Greater productivity, continued growth, increased profitability. As this century nears its end, these are the challenges most companies face as they strive to compete in a new global marketplace. Headquartered in historic Hopewell, Virginia, Reliability Center Incorporated works with corporations worldwide to help them meet these challenges. By exploring new ways to solve old problems, by challenging the limits of conventional thinking, and by encouraging the creation of a corporate culture that values precision, innovation, and imagination in the people, the systems, and the machines that make industry function. RCI's founder and president, Charles J. Latino, recently participated in an international discussion of critical issues that confront industrial companies today. Here, he shares his perspective on what it will take to optimize industrial operations, truly empower workers, and ensure success in the marketplace.
My interest in this kind of work goes really back into the 1950s when the space program sort of got launched and I got interested in it. But I couldn't get too many people interested in what I was doing because everybody was making so much money that there wasn't too much concern about making too many improvements at that time. Our dedication is to move people from a standpoint of culture into a reliability culture, which means that we want to stop, if we can, this dilution of capabilities and energies and focus people on the most important things. We want to move people from being reactionary, responding to the emergency of the moment, to being proactive, to taking a look into the future and avoiding those catastrophic events that may occur. And we also want to get management to understand that they have a certain amount of inertia that has to be overcome in order to for us to move into this new area, which I think is extraordinarily important if we're going to be able to compete in the world today.
Mr. Latino says that to address optimization, we must first define what we mean by the term.
We need to define optimization because what's optimizing for one company or plant may not be optimizing for another. I believe that there are certain conditions that we need to have in order to say that we're optimized, and maybe I can talk about those conditions. I believe that we need to have a precision environment. We have to have a higher and higher degree of excellence in precision, not only for machines, but also in the processes, in the way we handle our management, and also in the administrative area. I think we have to maintain flexibility in the sense that we need to be able to shift our forces, our maintenance forces and our wage roll forces as needed. And I would like to see that also include contractors. I think that there has to be an honest concern for growth. I think that the environment that I see as optimizing is one in which there's no surprises. We learn how to proact, and we do not accept surprises. We have metrics that are approved, but they're not used to hit people over the head. What they're used for is to allow people to self-motivate themselves, so they always have to be visible. I'm generally appalled at the conditions I see around the quality of parts that we use in maintenance. I think we can do something about that. I think we can improve the quality of our parts. And I think that we can purge out, if you will, the non-valuated work. Now, if we do all of those things, I think that we're very close to optimization. We're in the area of optimization. To accomplish optimization is, of course, going to be somewhat difficult. It's going to mean that people are going to have to change a lot of their paradigms. One of the first paradigms that I think has to be changed is that we have to develop a tolerance for people who challenge limits. We cannot continue to consider them to be insubordinate. We need those critics. I think that we're going to have to focus on, first identify what's most important and then focus on what's most important. Obviously everything that we do is important, so this is going to be difficult. This means that we're going to have to turn our back on things that are important in order to do those things that are most important. And I believe that we have to stop the penetration, the concentration on sporadic failures, those failures that occur once every 5 years, once every 10 years, and put our concentration on those failures that occur weekly, daily, even every hour. Those are the chronic failures. That's where the money is. And we have to begin to believe that, and we have to shift our attention into that area.
To be successful, companies must create a culture that makes reliability of machines, systems, and people a daily part of the way they do business. Mr. Latino explains.
In the organizations of today, there should be a reliability component. They do not necessarily have to be in maintenance. Many organizations are functioning quite well with reliability reporting someplace else, but the reliability component is needed. Respecting methods, I've already talked about. Condition-based maintenance, I think it's been too long. We need to deliberately move to condition-based maintenance. And I think we have to also reevaluate the way we do failure analysis. We need to really get into root cause failure analysis. This means getting at not only the roots of the mechanical problems, but the roots of the human problems, and get down into the management systems where we can not only take care of one failure, but we can take care of a potpourri of failures that can potentially happen. I think that we have to re-emphasize this business of precision. I talked about it before. I think it's extraordinarily important. We have to raise things like our balancing standards. We have to assemble in dust-free environments, and we have to develop great attention to detail. I think as far as structures are concerned, obviously they're flattening. And I think that's good. I don't see a problem there because it's helping communications. I think we can talk across levels a lot easier now. So I'm not disturbed by that. I am disturbed by the decentralization, particularly when decentralization means a diffusing of maintenance into the production operation and the loss of that as a technology. We need to start to appreciate craftsmanship. I think we need to have people say, boy, that's really good, and say it to the craftsman. Right? The attitude I think we've had is that we've passed, we pay these people to give us quality work and craftsmanship, so we shouldn't have to pat them on the back for it. And I think that's wrong. I think that's why we've lost it. We have to have somebody that recognizes craftsmanship. Now, if all the things, these are just a few of the things that need to be done, but if all of the things that we've talked about could be implemented and implemented with enthusiasm, I think that the measure of excellence, which someday we will achieve, is we will not need to have shift people. Okay? If we really do this job well, we won't need shift people. We won't need to carry in our storerooms all those secondary spare parts. We'll be able to catch all of our failures in their primary state. We will have eliminated redundant equipment. We won't need that. And we will not use our foremen as pushers of people. We will use our foremen as facilitators and trainers of people. I think these things are possible. So I'm very optimistic.